What's going on, everyone? It's Rifle here, and thanks for checking out this video. In this one, I'm going to be sharing the info about Bungie wanting Destiny 2 designers to create player progression behind loot boxes. You just heard that correctly. I don't get why Bungie is doing this because they already got hate about Destiny 1 shaders being basically an unlockable where you could use it an infinite amount of times, to transitioning over to Destiny 2 where a shader is a consumable. And this was a part of a monetization scheme that I talked about in a previous video with Eververse. And in case you guys haven't heard about how Bungie had a silent system that made it harder to get XP for players that were grinding fast. So basically in the end it took just as much time because the XP wasn't gaining as fast as it actually should. And by silent system I'm talking about that they kept this on the down low. Players were actually only being able to get as little as 4% of what they should have been receiving. So it's pretty freaking insane that they did that. In my mind when I thought about it I was like, wow, Bungie is clearly trying to get more people to use Eververse and purchase silver to buy certain shaders, exotics, and whatnot. As you guys may know, in the Curse of Osiris, pretty much half of the new exotics you can get behind Eververse. A lot of the new exotics are just cosmetics, such as ships, shaders, ghosts, and emotes. And I mean, the intention of that silent XP mechanic that they had in the game was pretty clear. Bungie wanted it so players would end up spending real life money. I'm telling you guys, there is some people that spend some mad cash on microtransactions. The most I've ever heard of someone spending was $10,000. Still, that's a lot of freaking money to blow on these loot boxes. Oh my gosh. Anyways, getting back onto the topic about that XP silent system that they had in the game since the beginning, they only ended up stopping this when they officially got caught by a Redditor who decided to do some crazy mathematics to figure out what was going on. And it ended up going viral and it was all over the media. So basically they were forced to say something because if they wouldn't have, it would have still ended up spreading like wildfire. And they didn't really fix this. They just came out and made it clear that the system is no longer in the game. You just need to get a double amount of XP to actually get a bright engram. And let's just say that just made players still unhappy and pissed off. Also, another thing that upset a lot of the Destiny community is that high-level Destiny 2 activities are now locked behind the DLC. So you're going to have the season pass and actually pay some more money to do certain things in Destiny 2, which once again leads to the money perspective for Bungie and Activision. I hate to say this, but they're seeming more and more like EA, a soulless game development group for the most part at least. I mean, they're not completely at EA's level though, they're at the lowest of the low. Of course Bungie and Activision are better than them, but still, they're getting there, slowly but surely it feels like. And EA just recently got in some major trouble by Disney. They had literally over 100,000 requests to them to get EA to actually transfer their license to different developers. That's how much people are not liking EA right now. And the reason why is because they just got in some serious trouble by the community complaining to Disney about this whole loot box progression system that they have in Star Wars Battlefront 2. Or, well, I guess I should say had now. Even some government officials got involved on this case. That's how serious this was, guys. Because literally the progression system for Star Wars Battlefront 2 ended up becoming from loot boxes, which is basically a gambling system, and a lot of players was spending mass freaking cash. And other players that aren't as rich and comfortable with their money to just spend on a video game got left behind in Star Wars Battlefront 2. And it's seeming like Destiny 2 is heading in that direction. I don't know exactly why, because this whole freaking thing just popped up. So they should learn from what happened to Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the developers EA not to do this scenario. But they haven't. They're actually hiring senior progression designers for this specific scenario. Check this out, guys. I'll go ahead and read a little bit of this. The senior progression designer works with a diverse array of disciplines to build and maintain Destiny's monetization business, the Eververse. You will work with artists to plan and realize new items and with engineers and other designers to imbue it with function. The ideal candidate will be a force in creating alignment and support for new designs and monetization strategies. So that right there is a clear indicator that they're going to be coming up with some new strategies for us to actually purchase from Eververse. Right here are some of the responsibilities, and the first one is highlighted for a reason. Create sustainable player progression and chase through Destiny 2's bright engram. Work closely with our live leadership team to craft a long-term vision for the Eververse and its presence in the Destiny IP. Oh God. Work closely with our live product manager to analyze key performance indicators to inform design and implement new features and systems with an eye on engagement, retention, and monetization. Use data and design sensibilities to define strategies for maintaining ideal engagement patterns and maximizing player satisfaction. That sounds like that system that was talked about with Activision. I don't want to get too deep into that system, but basically it was making players join in that have actually purchased microtransactions to get other players to want to purchase what they have. I mean, yeah, it sounds kind of crazy, but it's true. And also, the players that end up purchasing with microtransactions would get put into matches where they would do better with what they purchased. So they'd feel more satisfied with what they bought to want to purchase more items. Yeah, it's an actual system. Sounds like a mad genius plan trying to get rich quick, but yeah, that's what's going down right now, guys. They just made this legal to use on October 17, 2017. Pretty new, so this is something pretty new to be able to use. They filed to use this back in 2015, but it only recently got granted to be able to be in games. And lastly, up in this responsibilities list I'm going to show you, manage the creative and craft growth of progression designers on the Eververse team and help establish a strong design culture. It seems like they've already hired someone on board because you no longer have this opportunity to get hired. So this is probably something that they're already working on behind the scenes, and we're probably going to be seeing it pretty soon in Destiny 2. Just wanted to share this info with you guys because I feel like it is important to share with the Destiny 2 community, because this is what is going to be in the future of this game. Like I was saying before in my previous videos, and you guys were hating on me about speaking the truth, Bungie is going down the wrong routes and they need to change around what they are doing. They definitely should not be doing this. That's not me just complaining, that's me actually worrying about the future of this game. This is going to ruin this game, and it's also going to ruin Bungie and Activision's rep even more. I know Activision already has a pretty bad rep, but Bungie doesn't really have that bad of a rep. A lot of people love Bungie. Me personally, I love Bungie. I grew up playing their games. I don't want to see them go down this route and slowly destroy their beautiful franchise that they have going. Destiny has some amazing potential to work with. What they need to actually do is add in something like the Taken King DLC. I know a lot of the community would actually love that. A brand new raid, a bunch of new missions, maybe like 1 or 2 secret exotics that we have to obtain by doing certain things inside the game, and also 2 brand new exotics maybe. And lastly, I know this is sounding like a lot that they should do, but add in specific loot that you get out of like certain adventures or strikes. That would increase a lot of people to want to grind strikes and grind adventures. I mean, that's just how I feel anyways. But yeah, I'm out of here, everybody. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. And remember to leave your guys' thoughts about this topic down below in the comments. Once again, I'm not trying to just talk trash to Bungie. I want them to actually lighten up with what they're doing, because I have a huge feeling they're about to destroy their franchise. If you guys feel like it, maybe try sharing this around on Facebook, Twitter, or something to get this to go more viral, so more people are aware of what is about to take place, so less people will actually go to Eververse to purchase. I know it's a long shot, but maybe it'll help. But maybe this in a way will help boycott what Bungie is actually doing. I don't want to see them go down this route. I know I've repeated that a lot in this video, but it's true, I don't. And I hope you guys are the same way. Destiny is a great franchise and has great potential, and they're basically about to be turning it into a huge gambling system in a way to up their money. I mean, come on, they're already rich enough. I guess though, the more money they make, the more their employees and the people that help design the game get paid, because they have more money to share with their development team. Before I completely head out of here though, I want to let you guys know my console giveaway is about to be ending in 2 days now, everyone. So if you guys want to participate in this to have a chance at winning, the winner will get to choose from a Nintendo Switch, Xbox One, or a PS4. All you guys have to do is simply leave a like on the video to show some support. That's basically a thank you to me for giving something like this away. Subscribe and click that bell if you haven't, that'd be greatly appreciated. And lastly, comment your guys' thoughts about this subject down below in the comments. I want to see some conversations rolling and see what the community actually thinks about what is about to be taking place in Destiny 2 in the future. Until next time though, everyone, just wanted to make you guys aware of what's about to be taking place. Peace.
Told you they were good.